Laughter is the best medicine. I think comedy is a pretty good cure. Just a good friend to greet.
She had the audacity to break my heart.
Physiologically, laughing, crying, singing are all really close. I'm always on the edge of one of them, and I like it. I like that.
Dead Funny Australian Story. Tomorrow at 8. The apocalypse is here.
Just a good friend to greet.
She had the audacity to break my heart.
Physiologically, laughing, crying,
and
singing
Adam
are all really close. I'm always on the edge of one of them,
Must decide what
and I
items
like
they're
it.
saving from imminent
Dead
disaster.
Funny
Australian Story. Tomorrow at 8.
I know.
The apocalypse is here.
There's no way to stop it. Southern China, which I'm assuming is where you're from.
And Felicity Ward and Adam
Before, but now it's really like that.
must decide what items they're saving from imminent
Wednesday
disaster.
at 8
On ABC TV and ABC iView.
I know, well, that's my brand.
Wednesday night to
In Southern China, which I'm assuming is where you're from.
Then look no further than ABC.
Sean McAuliffe's Eve of Distraction.
Fantastic
Wednesday
feats of
at
spelling,
8
from the
on
curiously
ABC
simple to the simply curious.
Spelled their name while simultaneously doing an impression of their person.
Then look no further this week with special guest Tim Minchin. Guy Montgomery's Guy Mon Spelling Bee. Wednesday on ABC and ABC iView.
Spelled their name while simultaneously doing an impression of their
Australian
person.
doctor
Kidnapped by Al-Qaeda. They used kidnapping as a key source of financing their organization. 7 years
on
in
ABC
grueling
and
captivity.
ABC
They have never talked to anyone in the media until now.
Poor people with AK-47s
Just came straight through the door.
used kidnapping
We didn't
as a
have the
key
option but
source
to go
of
on with it.
financing
A foreign correspondent exclusive, Thursday on ABC and ABC
They
iView.
have never talked to anyone in the media until now. Poor people with AK-47s just came straight through the door. We didn't have the option but to go on with it.
A foreign correspondent exclusive, Thursday on ABC and ABC iView.
Have you ever wondered where in the world your flowers come from? Or what it takes to get them to you?
Our flowers go everywhere around the world. We supply over 50 countries.
When it comes to the business of selling blooms, the Netherlands is the global epicenter.
It's the trading center of the world
Our
for
flowers go
flowers,
everywhere around
and
the world.
everyone
We supply over
is
50
bringing flowers to the
countries.
auction.
But after centuries on top, the multi-billion-dollar industry is grappling with the climate crisis.
It's the trading center of the world for flowers, and everyone is bringing flowers to the auction.
But after centuries on top, the multi-billion-dollar industry is grappling with the climate crisis.
In the last 10 years, a lot of companies stopped already with growing roses because it's too expensive.
Kenya's flower industry
To provide
is now
customers
a
like you
billion-dollar
or me
behemoth.
with flowers
But as it
year-round,
grows,
another
so too
major
does the divide
player has
between the
emerged.
powerful and the
I'm headed to Kenya
powerless.
in East Africa, one of the
Do you
world's
think
biggest
people are
flower
afraid to
producers.
speak out about what happens on flower
Kenya's
farms?
flower industry
Yeah,
is
they are
now
afraid
a
of the companies.
billion-dollar
They are
behemoth.
untouchable.
But as it grows, so too does the divide between the powerful
woman's sweat
and the powerless.
Has gone into producing that rose.
Do you think people are
Buyers
afraid
have
to speak out
an
about what happens
ultimate
on flower
role, and they have
farms?
huge
Yeah, they are
leverage
afraid of the
to ensure that
companies.
the
They are
sector
untouchable.
is improved.
A woman's sweat. We've tracked
Has
international
gone into
supply
producing
chains
that
from the
rose.
Netherlands to
Buyers
here in
have
Kenya because
an
often what
ultimate
we're
role,
buying
and they
has a
have
hidden
huge
environmental
leverage to
and
ensure
human
that the
price. We're
sector
asking the question,
is
what is the
improved.
real cost of a rose? We've tracked international supply chains from the Netherlands to here in Kenya because often what we're buying has a hidden environmental and human price. We're asking the question, what is the real cost of a rose?
I'm in the Netherlands where for centuries, generations of growers have created the world's most sought-after stems. These green, low the iconic canals
I'm in
were
the
old
Netherlands
trade
where for
routes.
centuries, generations of growers have created the world's most sought-after
Today,
stems.
most of the blooms are grown in high-tech greenhouses that use artificial heat and light to create the perfect growing conditions. But it's energy intensive. plains made the perfect flower fields. The iconic canals were the old trade routes. Today, most of the blooms are grown in high-tech greenhouses that use artificial heat and light to create the perfect growing conditions. And expensive. I'm about to meet a rose farmer whose family has been in the trade for generations. Mark Sasson is trying to do things differently.
Hello!
Hello, Mark. It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Welcome.
Wow.
His greenhouse is full of roses that aren't found anywhere else.
Every day another one is blooming, so every day is different. And when we see something special, of a nice color, of a good long roses, we put a stick.
So I really love this rose right here. It's really unique.
Yes.
What's so special about this rose?
It's blooming, like a little bit like a garden rose. So, put a stick on it.
This is
the Isabel.
I can call this the Isabella rose,
Yes, you can call it now whatever you want.
Fantastic. Lucky me. Very
Perfect.
beautiful.
A few years ago, Mark scaled back the lights and heat in most of his greenhouses. Now he only grows in the spring and summer when it's warm.
The biggest concern is the price of the energy. When energy is rising, it's almost not possible to grow roses here anymore, I think.
The smaller selling season, he needs to make more money for every stem.
I want to grow roses are unique, and I want to be the only one with dead roses. So I don't want competitors.
So to make the most unique rose in the world, you have to breed them yourself.
You have to breed them yourself.
Most of Mark's roses have been sold directly to wholesalers. They'll end up as far away as the US and Australia. But what's left over is heading to an auction house 10 minutes down the road. And Mark has no idea if they'll sell for the price he needs. The day starts early in the flower business, and this auction house just outside Amsterdam is its global epicenter. Flower growing happens slowly, but selling has to move quickly. $8 billion worth of plants from around the world are traded in this temperature-controlled warehouse each year. They'll all be sold today at a virtual auction.
It's the trading center of the world for flowers. Everyone is bringing flowers to the auction.
Auctioneer Eric Wassenaar is setting the price for hundreds of varieties of roses.
2, lengte 5.
The buyers need to stop the clock at the right time to lock in their bid.
3. All the world is looking at the clock pricing, what's happening today, and a lot of growers as benchmark for the pricing for their flowers.
But the industry knows it cannot continue to operate as it has. Albert Haasnoot is the head of sustainability here, and it's his job to help reduce emissions.
More and more we get questions from consumers, but also from trade companies. How much gas do you use? How much plastic do you use? What do you do with water?
Many of the roses auctioned off have been air freighted in from Kenya, often sent abroad again to their new buyers, which means some of these products have a significant carbon footprint. The auction house is trying to introduce a new system which will estimate the environmental footprint of. Are there some products that are better for the environment than others?
It's very hard to see what. So you have good examples in the Netherlands, but you have also excellent examples within Kenya, for instance.
Back on the stock floor, Mark Sasson has something to celebrate.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
I love your ride.
Now, come on.
I jump in?
It's not so big.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where are we going?
Just drive.
Okay.
We're heading into his company's auction warehouse to see how much his roses sold for.
Is this your place?
This is my place.
Let's have a look.
Yes. Welcome in our fridge.
Wow, look at the colours we've got in here.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? So, the El Patron. It was the most expensive rose this day.
Wow, and how much would you get for a single stem?
About $250 today.
Is that a lot higher than
Yeah,
what?
it's twice as much as the normal roses.
What do you think people like about the El Patron?
I think it's about the shape, and it's new and it's different.
It's time to send off the stock that's been purchased and let it begin the next leg of its journey. Mark's roses are bought by buyers in this room. They all work for a Dutch wholesaler that purchases stems for florists all over the world. One of the buyers, Arjen Glasbergen, explains it's a choice between premium Dutch blooms and cheaper African-grown roses.
I can see lots of spinning red dots. Can you explain what we're seeing on this screen?
Yeah, the red dot, that's the auction starts. When someone pushes the button, then the red dot stops. Of course, to get the right flowers, that's more important. Because some flowers, they have only one chance.
I can see there's a really big difference in price. I can see a Kenyan rose going for about 15 cents. I can see a Dutch rose going for about 80 cents. Why is there such a big difference in price?
Some roses, for example, from Ethiopia or Kenya are more smaller. The price is also a little bit lower. And other varieties, roses from Holland, for example.